Breaking news, Variety and others are reporting that the ABC network has pulled Jimmy Kimmel Live indefinitely after comments made in the wake of the Charlie Kirk assassination.
On September 17, 2025, ABC suspended Jimmy Kimmel Live after the host made remarks about the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. The decision, confirmed by Disney's network, quickly drew attention from former President Donald Trump. While traveling on a state visit to the United Kingdom, Trump expressed delight at the cancellation, praising ABC and urging other networks to follow the same path with late-night television. The network's decision followed comments Kimmel made about the death of Charlie Kirk. Kirk, a well-known conservative activist, was assassinated in Utah 1 week earlier. Authorities identified Tyler Robinson as the accused killer. During his program, Kimmel suggested that Robinson was aligned with the Make America Great Again movement, a remark that triggered immediate political and media backlash. ABC then confirmed that the 57-year-old host's program would be taken off the air indefinitely. The announcement ended production of Jimmy Kimmel Live and left affiliates and viewers without one of the network's longest-running late-night programs. The suspension came just days after Kimmel had returned from a summer break, marking a sudden halt to his renewed season. Donald Trump, age 79, used his Truth Social platform to react. His statement read, "Great news for America. The ratings challenge Jimmy Kimmel Show is canceled." Trump congratulated ABC, writing that the company finally had the courage to do what had to be done. He further argued that Kimmel possessed zero talent and claimed that his ratings were lower than those of Stephen Colbert. Trump ended his post by criticizing Colbert's program, saying its numbers were also weak. At the time of his comments, Trump was on an official state visit to the United Kingdom. From abroad, he continued his attacks on late-night television. He urged NBC to remove both Jimmy Fallon and Seth Meyers from the air. In his Truth Social post, he wrote, "That leaves Jimmy and Seth, two total losers on fake news NBC. Their ratings are also horrible. Do it, NBC." President DJT. This was not Trump's first exchange with Jimmy Kimmel. Earlier in September 2025, after returning to his program, Kimmel had delivered a monologue filled with sharp attacks on the former president. He called Trump a chubby little teacup and mocked his physical appearance. He referenced bruising on Trump's hand, which the White House explained as the result of chronic venous insufficiency. Kimmel mocked the condition by calling it insufficient venous, adding that Trump looked like a pumpkin that got left in a hatchback on a 100-degree day. Kimmel also attacked rumors circulating online that Trump had died. He said the former president would never die and compared him to Dracula, claiming he would keep sucking the life out of us forever. These words were delivered on air shortly before ABC announced the show's suspension. Trump had gloated earlier in July when CBS confirmed the cancellation of The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. He suggested at that time that other late-night hosts would be next. When ABC removed Kimmel's show in September, Trump pointed back to those earlier comments as proof of his prediction. Kimmel, for his part, called Trump woke for demanding the removal of television programs that criticized him. He questioned Trump's position, saying, "I thought you were against cancel culture? When did you become so woke?" He accused the former president of seeking cancellation in order to silence comedians who mocked him. The removal of Jimmy Kimmel Live became a major flashpoint in the debate about media, politics, and freedom of speech. While ABC cited internal decisions and fallout from Kimmel's remarks about Charlie Kirk's assassin, Trump portrayed the move as a victory for his supporters. His use of social media amplified the news across American political circles. The sequence of events shows a clear timeline. Charlie Kirk, a conservative activist, was assassinated in Utah in early September 2025. Tyler Robinson was identified as the accused shooter. On September 17th, Kimmel linked Robinson to the Make America Great Again movement during his program. Hours later, ABC confirmed the indefinite suspension of Jimmy Kimmel Live. On September 18th, Trump issued his celebratory post from the United Kingdom. This decision removed one of the most established late-night shows from broadcast television. Jimmy Kimmel has hosted the program since 2003, making him one of the longest-serving late-night hosts in America. The indefinite suspension left a gap in ABC's nightly schedule and sparked questions about the future of the network's entertainment lineup. Kimmel's feud with Trump has lasted for years, but the September 2025 exchange marked one of the most direct confrontations. The comedian's sharp language about Trump's health, appearance, and mortality came just weeks before ABC acted against his show. Trump's reaction displayed his ongoing interest in the late-night comedy landscape, a space where he has been a frequent target since his first presidential campaign in 2016. At age 79, Trump continues to mix official duties, such as state visits, with public comments about the American media. His statement about Jimmy Fallon and Seth Meyers extended his criticism to NBC, labeling its programs as failures and encouraging executives to cancel them. By naming 3 of the country's most prominent late-night hosts, Trump positioned himself as a central figure in the debate over political comedy on television. The incident highlights the intersection of politics, broadcasting, and public opinion in the United States. ABC, a subsidiary of Disney, acted quickly after Kimmel's controversial remarks. Trump seized the moment to praise the network, claiming that it acted in the interest of viewers. Kimmel, in turn, used his platform to mock Trump, reinforcing the adversarial relationship between the two. As of late September 2025, Jimmy Kimmel Live remains off the air with no timeline for return. Neither ABC nor Disney has provided details about whether the suspension will result in cancellation or replacement programming. Trump's Truth Social posts continue to draw coverage, and the debate over free speech and corporate responsibility in broadcast television remains unresolved. The suspension of Jimmy Kimmel Live shows how one televised comment about the assassination of Charlie Kirk led to a network decision with national impact. Donald Trump celebrated the outcome in the United Kingdom, while Jimmy Kimmel answered with sharp attacks on air. The story demonstrates the close link between politics, media, and public debate in September 2025.